Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am so excited for another week, and I'm actually excited because I had one of you viewers, shout out to Latrika. Sorry, my African accent might be mispronouncing your name, but one of you asked a very vital, important question that I just thought it was the perfect title for the next video, and I promised her that I was going to post a video about it. So today we're going to be talking about 9 tips on how to handle unhappy clients, especially when we're talking about hair clients. So this is something that over the years, I have been doing hair now for over 10 years, and I have come across every type of personality, every type of situation that you can think of that you've dealt with. I have dealt with it. If I haven't dealt with it, I've dealt with it through one of my colleagues that also are in the hair business. So I gathered some tips today that I believe that will be so helpful, especially if you are a hairstylist. And you can use this tip too in business in general. If you're not in the beauty industry, you still can use the same tips. So here we go. Now, how to handle dissatisfied or unhappy or difficult clients. So I have 9 tips. Number 1, communication. I know we've heard it before. That's not something that is strange, but I can't tell you how many times good communication has saved me a lot. It has saved me from losing a client. It has saved me from getting a bad review. So communication, as much as we use it in every other department in our lives and we know how important it is also very important in the business world. You have to communicate. For example, for us here at Mobile Beauties, we tell our beauticians that if you're running late to an appointment, communicate that with your clients ahead of time. And if you're not sure about the type of hairstyle that they want, communicate that with them. Most of the time, people are willing to work with you as long as you're transparent and you communicate with them, so that you guys can both be on the same page. It is, whatever the situation may be, it always works out when you communicate. Even if it may not turn out the way you want it to be, but it will always be better when you communicate and keep on communicating. If you have any question mark about anything, as far as dealing with your clients, we tell our beauticians, if you go to somebody's house and you're not comfortable, you have to communicate that with them. If, for example, I go to somebody's house and they wanted to smoke or something, I have to communicate to them that, hey, I'm allergic to smokes. You know, I'm just not comfortable with you smoking. While I don't believe in secondhand, I don't want to get any secondhand smoking. And so I communicate to them, and it always works out. If I'm running late, I communicate that, hey, I'm running 5 minutes late. Hey, I'm running an hour late. Hey, I had an emergency. Can we reschedule? If you have to reschedule, don't just tell them, you know, hey, I need to reschedule you. You communicate to them that, hey, this is the situation, please can we reschedule, whatever time that works for them. So communication is so vital and is so important, and a lot of times we as beauticians underlook it and we don't really communicate as much as we should with our clients. So that is something that is very important. Now, the second thing is that you need to treat and talk to your clients like royalty. You need to treat your clients like royalty. And so for us, I remember one time we had a new beautician who had just come from Africa. She was actually new to the country, and we took her on a trial appointment as a second braider. And when she got there, and I wasn't even the one that was there. It was actually one of my colleagues, one of my team members who was at the appointment. And after the appointment, she called me and she was like, man, you guys do the most. Like, you guys treat your clients like they're queens. Like, you guys, you know, you're consistently asking them, are you okay? Does it hurt? Let me know if it hurt. Are you comfortable? Do you need to take a break? Do you need to take a bathroom break? I mean, that's too much. You guys treat your clients like queen. And I was like, yes, ma'am, we do. We surely do. It's an experience with us, and that's something that I had to train our beauticians that, hey, Our clients need to be treated like royalty. They need to feel special. They need to feel like they're a celebrity. They need to feel like they matter. And so you need to be able to talk to them, be friendly to them, and communicate with them without acting as though you're doing them a favor. I hear that a lot. We've had that a lot where some beauticians in the past have talked to clients as though the clients owe them money, or the clients, or they were doing the clients a favor. And so you have to also take that into consideration, that people want to feel special when they come to you. And so even if you're not the best at it, I promise you, some people will still use you because of how you make them feel. People remember the experience more than even, honestly, the hairstyle. Like, people buy products because, or go to places, like, let's say, for example, restaurants. There are a lot of restaurants where the food is okay, but we keep on going there because the environment, the way we feel when we're there, you know, makes us to go there again. So talk to your clients and treat them like royalty. Number 3, give them the style that they ask for. I know we have seen it on Instagrams where people are laughing at it. It is real. Give them what they want. You can always suggest what might and might not work, but give them what they want. And so if they're asking for something, you don't go create what you think is best. You definitely want to do your best to mimic whatever hair inspiration that they are going for, because at the end of the day, you have to make the client happy. Even if you think that it's not the greatest idea, or you think that it might not work out, that's where communication comes in again. You got to communicate that to them, that, hey, this is a great style, but if we do it this way, this might not work for your hairline. This might not work for the texture of your hair. This might not work for the style or for the environment. If you're going to the beach, this hairstyle might not work for the beach. So communicate that to them. But at the end of the day, if they're stuck on what they want, give them what they want to the best of your ability. Which leads me to the next point, is you have to be honest about your skills. You have to be honest about your skills. You know, it really amazes me when people say, sure, I can do that for you, and they've never done it before, or they know that they suck at it. You need to be able, that's where that communication comes in again, is you need to be able to let them know that, hey, I don't do this. Hey, this is not my specialty. Hey, I think I can do this, but I've never done this before. But if you want to give me a chance to do it on your hair, I'll do it. There are times where you could do something where maybe it's just like nowadays, the knotless box braids are trendy. I haven't done that yet before. I have a client that is wanting to do that, and I'm gonna let them know that, hey, I haven't done that before, but I do box braids all the time, and I've watched a couple of videos. It's nothing drastically different, so I'll communicate with them that, hey, I haven't done that style before, but definitely I think I can handle it. And this is an old client that trusts me, so they'll be okay with it for the most part. If they're not, then at least I've told them that this is my first time doing it. So if something goes wrong, we can fix it, we can tweak it. They understand what they're bargaining for. So if you know that you can't do something, it's better for you to tell somebody that you, even if you need that money, they will respect you more. And most of the time, even if you are transparent and you talk to them like a queen and you treat them like royalty, they most likely would even change their mind and say, okay, what style can you do? Like, they would want to work with you that bad that they may change their mind and get something that you specialize in. If it's something like hair and mobile beauties, if one person does, if I don't do it, I may recommend another beautician, for example, Lila, or I might recommend Rachel, or I might recommend Susan, or I might recommend Amina, whatever. If it's not something that is my specialty and somebody else can do it, I recommend them. And so sometimes the client just change because they want to experience what I bring as far as communicating and treating them like royalty. They'll change your mind. They'll change that style to something that I specialize in just because of how I make them feel. So that's very important. Again, respect their time. I cannot tell you how many times that beauticians do not respect clients' time. You have to respect your time. I've heard situations where even in the hair salon, a client would go to a beauty salon or so and still have to wait for hours where they have situations that come up, they have things that they have to do, but they have to wait for you. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to respect your client's time. You need to make sure that if you say you're going to be there at 10, do your best to make it at that time. If you have an appointment time with them, also consider that they have planned their day around that time. Now, things happen, emergency come up, that's fine. That's where communication comes in. But don't assume that they're gonna just be waiting for you all day. They've just, you know, they don't have anything else to do. So if it's something that you need to reschedule, let them know ahead of time. Let them have the option to say, hey, I can wait for an hour, 2 hours. Hey, I can reschedule. Hey, I really need it done today. So respect their time. Another thing also is respect their money. I don't understand why beauticians do not respect their clients' money. Like, if I'm spending, I don't care if it's $1, I expect to get what I'm spending it for. I don't care if you're cheaper than everybody else, I expect to get what I paid for, and I expect to be treated with respect. And for me, when clients, beauticians either are no show, no call for an appointment, and we've had a few of those where we've had to let go of some beauticians because of that, you have to respect people's money. If somebody's gonna pay you $100 and some, $200 and some, you need to respect their time, you need to respect their money. And so if you're giving a discount, even if you're doing it cheaper with a discount, you have to respect their money. You know, when you respect money, money respects you too, and it keeps coming onto you. So respect clients' money. If they spend their, especially if they paid premium pricing for something, oh my God, you better make sure. I'm the same way. So I don't expect that if I pay $200, if you increase your price, if maybe you're more expensive than the average braider, I expect to get, you know, what I paid for. And so respect their money. Another thing, another step is that you got to be professional. This is something that is just a pet peeve of mine. I don't understand why beauticians that are making on average $20 and above per hour do not take their beauty business as a professional job, as a corporate job. You will go to McDonald's and make minimum wage and be professional and iron your uniform and show up on time and say, yes ma'am, yes sir. But then when you're treating your clients that are paying you double that, you want to talk to them anyhow, you want to treat them anyhow. No, you have to be professional. You got to still say yes ma'am, yes sir. You got to still communicate with them. You got to wear a uniform. That's why here at Mobile Beauties, we all wear uniforms, you know. And if you can't wear a uniform, create your own. If you got to dress up any, you know, with whatever dressing that you have, make sure that it's neat. Make sure that you're considering how you're showing up. If you're dealing with a client, you can't be on the phone talking over their head. No, you could get a phone call, either excuse yourself if it's an emergency, or make it short and simple. You know, you're not on the phone talking while doing somebody's hair. You're not chewing and talking and eating while doing somebody's hair. You're not, you know, concentrate on something else or taking breaks to be on your phone while you're doing somebody's hair. No, you got to treat them like royalty. So be professional. When you're professional, when you up your prices, they will pay with it. I have done it so many times. I have upped my prices like 4 times, and every time I have not lost one single client because I am professional. So be professional. So if you make an error, a braid falls apart, I've had that happen, or a braid comes unravels, or something goes wrong within the few days after you've done somebody's hair. It's okay for you to you know, take responsibility and go fix the problem, no matter what the cost is. You know, we've had situations where we had to go redo a whole hairstyle. I'm talking about a whole hairdo. If it was braids and they said, hey, you did it and I didn't like it afterwards, we go redo it. We'll drive for free and redo it for free. If it's between a few days and we see that, hey, we did you wrong, we'll fix it. It happens to everybody. So there is no room for you to be prideful and for you to feel as though it's never your fault, you're never wrong, you're so experienced and you're so great that you never make mistakes. No, make sure that your client is happy. If you have to redo it, redo it. You will gain, it's more added value if you redo it and then they keep coming or they'll recommend you to somebody else. People know that people make mistakes. Like I tell people all the time, if I make a mistake, I don't feel bad. Like if I get a bad review, I don't feel bad. McDonald's, your fries at McDonald's are not always hot. There's some times that you get bad fries. There's some times that you get bad sweet tea. But do you stop going to McDonald's? No, you just say, hey, that was a bad batch. And you either go back or you go to the next McDonald's or you still go back there the next day. So why should I feel bad, or why should you feel bad if you mess up? If you mess up, fix it. And trust me, every time that we have fixed the problem, 90% of the time, the client still comes with us because we fixed the problem. And if I can't fix it, I would recommend somebody else in the team to fix it. So be prepared to fix any errors. And the last one is that you cannot please everybody. For those clients that are just difficult, we've had quite a few of those where they're just difficult. Most of the time, they're not ready to pay what you're offering. Sometimes they're just trying to pull your leg to see if they can get a discount. Sometimes whatever they're going through in your life, they carry it out on you. So at the end of the day, you also have to know that you can't please everybody. So there are some clients that you're gonna have to be like, yeah, I'm gonna let this one go. Oh, I'm already getting a bad vibe from this. I'm already getting disrespected. I'm already getting that she's already unsatisfied, or she's already not going to be a happy person. We've had some clients that we just said, hey, we're not going to be able, we don't, either we can't service you, we don't have an availability, or, we don't accommodate that because we're like, this one is going to be trouble. So we just stay away from the trouble. And so make sure that you're also aware that you don't have to please everybody, but you still have to follow all these tips and do all you can do to please them. Because even if it doesn't work out with them, they could still recommend you to somebody else. We still treat them with all due respect, and we still treat them like a queen, and we still communicate to them, and we still are honest with them. And so if it doesn't work out, they still get treated like a queen. It just may be that, hey, we already know this is going to be an issue, so we just don't do too much to force the situation. If it's not working out, we'll just leave it alone. And another thing that I also wanted to say is that I wanted to emphasize on the fact that you need to really be honest with your clients. If you have a situation, don't lie to your clients. It will catch up with you eventually. If you're on your way, if you made an appointment for 10 a.m. and then you tell your client, oh, I got into a car accident, or I gotta take my child to the hospital, and you just sleeping, or you just don't feel like you're somewhere else doing something, it'll catch up with you. Be honest with them. If it's a situation, hey, you don't have to maybe tell them every single details. That's part of being professional. You don't have to tell them the whole situation that, hey, my baby daddy came over and took my child and we had to da-da-da-da-da, or the police, da-da-da-da. You can just say I had a family emergency, but be honest with your clients. Be honest about what you can do. Be honest about their time. Be honest about money. Be honest about everything. Honesty is always the best. True. If you can leave with one thing, be honest and communicate. So I hope that helps you, and I believe that when you do those things, you're going to get a return on your investment. You're going to get more clients. You're going to make more money. You're going to get more referrals without even asking for it. So I hope that answers your question, Latrika. And if anybody else has any more questions, go ahead and shoot me a comment below, and I will be sure to answer. And also join our Facebook group, which is called Just Start That Business, and you can get my book on Amazon. And we are here in Georgia. If you're in Georgia and you're a beautician and you would like to join our team, you can go to mobilebeauties.com and sign up to be part of the team. And I will see you guys next time. Ta-da! Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I always forget to say that. You know what to do. Subscribe. We're going to be posting every week, so go ahead and click that button and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.